So this Warriors Den livestream was a little bit weaker than the previous two that we got, but nonetheless we got some exciting information about the Centurion and the Shinobi. They showed off the new epic gear rarity and some other stuff as well. How's it going, everybody? My name is Petya, and before I start off talking about the tutorial videos and the moveset list of the Centurion and the Shinobi, I want to say that I'm going to split this up into two videos. They actually mentioned the patch notes of the new patch that is going live with Season 2 as well, but that would be so much that the video will probably take up like 20 minutes to half an hour, and I didn't want to do it. I want to keep this short and compact, so in this video, you'll see the tutorial videos from the Centurion and the Shinobi played in the background, as well as the moveset list and the new epic rarity gear that they showed later on during the stream. So first up is the Centurion. These are just his basic and advanced moveset videos that you can see in game. Now these just show gameplay fundamentals, and they just wanted to tell us that he kind of plays like the Berserker. He's very up close, in your face, and once he gets in your face, he really likes to keep the pressure. They show a couple of times that you can charge his heavy attack to get more range on it and also get more damage on it, and I think if you charge it long enough, it actually becomes an unblockable. Now the Centurion switches his weapons between his hands, and his left hand doesn't have a weapon because his left hand is the weapon. They show off his sprint attack, which is like a leaping plunge dive with his sword, and it actually, if it's on the ground, it pins an opponent to the ground, which is really powerful. And they kind of mentioned something that his 4th feat ability, so his level 4 feat ability, will be able to give his teammates a shield, so it will increase the life pool of his teammates when he uses a tier 4 ability. Now because the Centurion is a mix between a Vanguard and an Assassin, they asked if he had a deflect move, but he doesn't. He has an active guard stance and he doesn't have a deflect move, just the fact that he can parry and block like any normal Vanguard. What was interesting to note is that the Centurion is all about getting his opponents to the ground. He has a lot of stamina draining moves, a lot of moves that will get the opponent to the ground, and he actually has a follow-up move when an opponent gets to the ground that you can actually do the sprint attack, which will cause you to jump into the air and plunge your sword down on them, which will cause a lot more damage. Then they showed off the Centurion epic gear, and it really looks amazing. I really love the style of it. He looks very intimidating, and that is the first mythic outfit that we get to see here. Then they show on a little bit of his moveset, and when it comes to Imperial Might, Eagle's Talons, and Legion Kick, he has a lot of very special abilities, and whilst I'm talking, I'll obviously show the video footage from the livestream that I captured so you can see it yourself. They also gave us some tips as to what to do when fighting against the Centurion. They only gave us 2 tips, but it's very important to note that you don't let a Centurion come close to you. So any character that has a long type of range or a long range weapon, like the Nobushi, the Lawbringer, and the Kensei, they're really good at keeping the Centurion at bay, because once he's in your face, you're probably gonna die. A second thing to note with the Centurion is, even though he has powerful attacks, like the fact that he can charge up his heavy and everything, he is very open after a dodge. It's kind of the same with the Warlord. Once you dodge a Warlord's headbutt or any of his other attacks, he is very open to be punished. Same thing with the Centurion. If he does a powerful attack and you manage to dodge that in any way, he's very susceptible to being punished. Now then on to the Shinobi, and the core idea behind the Shinobi was that his weapon gives him a lot of range. They wanted him to be an elastic kind of character that can go in and out of battle really fast. They wanted him to be swift, fast, have lots of range, but also make him more technical so that not everybody can just play him at optimal performance. He is also the character with the lowest health pool in the game, so if you get caught off guard, or if somebody parries you or is able to punish you, just a few hits will cause a Shinobi to die. Especially when you face hard-hitting characters like a Raider, for example, just 2 hits will probably cause you to die if you're not careful. Now the question was asked again, because the Shinobi is an assassin type character. Yes, the Shinobi will have a deflect ability, and this ability actually actually causes a bleed on the enemy. So no longer do we just have female only characters that can apply bleed, because the Shinobi is a character that can be played as either male or female. We actually have a male character in game that can cause a bleed outside of an active ability. Now, a couple of things to note as well is that the Shinobi has a super sprint. That actually means that you can activate a second sprint after you've activated your first sprint. This does drain stamina though, so you do run like Naruto, you do run like a weeb ninja, but it does drain a lot of stamina, but it is great for catching up with running opponents. You also can do a tackle out of a sprint, which causes your opponent to fall to the ground, which is really, really great for catching those opponents that are running away from you. And they also showed the Shinobi's gear, which was really, really fascinating to look, and we actually got some kind of shredder type outfit, which is one of the outfits that the season pass holders are going to get early access to, which is really, really interesting to see. And the other one kind of looks like more of a Kakashi kind of thing, with only one eye being exposed and everything. It's really, really interesting to see, and they look really, really badass. Then they went to show on the moveset, and with the moveset, he has a light attack combo, so his second light attack is always guaranteed if the first one hits, kinda like the Orochi has now. They wanted him to have that confirmed because he has the lowest health pool in the game. They kinda wanted him to confirm these attacks. They wanted him to have a high damage output if you manage to hit attacks, and giving that second guaranteed light attack if the first one hits is just, it fits his style. Then some other things, he has the super sprint, which I already talked about. Then he has a double dodge, which is really, really interesting. I think you can see that during the advanced videos as well. Then he has a kick mix-up, so I don't know what that means. I kind of blanked out a little bit during the stream because I had no idea what to say, but I'm obviously showing the video and everything so you can see it yourself on screen. I think the Shinobi has a lot of kick mechanics to him. You can deflect and kick, and you can guard break and kick, I think. There's a lot of stuff to the Shinobi, but obviously I'm not that well informed because I have no idea what to say. That's why I'm hoping that the footage that I'm showing right now speaks for me instead. They also have a backflip, so if you connect one attack, you're able to get out with a backflip. They really want that mechanic of you being an agile assassin. You can connect one hit or two hits, and then you can backflip out and be at max range again. They really want to emphasize that the Shinobi is a character with range, and that you should really utilize that range. Then he has a teleport kick, as it is mentioned in the moveset, and it's basically on deflect. You teleport behind the opponent, and then you have a whole set of moves. Basically, you can kick him, you can do a light attack, you can guard break him. There's a whole bunch of possibilities that you can do there, and for the reason why they enabled him to teleport is because he's a Shinobi. He does that kind of stuff. That's basically the explanation that we got here. And then the charge. His ranged weapon is able to be charged in 2 levels, just like the Conqueror has, and it is really, really powerful and does a lot of damage. You can actually cancel the charge into a guard break, which will cause you to do a scorpion-like attack and just be like, get over here, and just get your opponent to you with a guard break. Now, one of the things to note is that if you deflect or counter guard break these ranged attacks, the Shinobi will be unbalanced, which means that the Shinobi will fall to the ground. It's actually shown in the advanced videos as well, I think. The Shinobi gets counter guard break, and the Shinobi is being pulled to the enemy, and he is being knocked down, which causes the opponent to get a free attack in. So the Shinobi is not as all-powerful as everybody is thinking. I think that if a lot of people manage to adjust to the Shinobi, then a lot of people will be able to punish him. Though good Shinobi players will keep the enemies guessing because they can just go in and out of battle really, really fast with his ranged mix-ups and his backflips and everything. It's really, really interesting to see what the more professional players are able to do with the Shinobi once they get familiar with him. Then lastly, they showed us the new epic rarity gear, and they started off with the Centurion, showing us the basic Centurion, and then a Roman version of the Centurion, which looks really, really badass. Which this Roman version is the very first mythic outfit of the knights that you can unlock for the Centurion, and then they showed us the second outfit, which is the outfit that the season pass holders are going to get. So this is an epic outfit. Then they did the same for the Shinobi. They showed us the default, then they showed us the very first mythic skin that you can unlock for the Shinobi, and then they showed us the elite outfit that is available to the season pass holders, which is more of the shredder type outfits. Then they went along and showed us the epic gear and weapon for the vanguards in the game, so the Warden, the Raider, and the Kensei. We gotta look at the new epic rarity of gear and their weapons, and they look, I think that the Warden and the Raider look the most interesting out of all of them. They look really, really fierce, and actually the Raider on his horns or on his helmet, he has like the Hellboy horns, which is really, really, really interesting, and it's actually great to see those kind of references in game. I think the Kensei kind of looks the least favorable or the least good out of all of them. I like the Warden's weapon. I love the Raider's outfit himself. He looks really, really, really darn powerful, very intimidating, and the Warden's weapons with like dragons added to it is just a fantastic addition to the Warden itself. The Kensei's weapon looks fucking amazing if you ask me, but his gear himself, yes, the gear does have extra spikes and everything, but honestly I think the gear kinda looks weird and they could have do a better job, because the Kensei still kinda looks like the Kensei. At least the Raider and the Warden have more gear, or like more special variety added to them with this new epic gear. But that's gonna do it for this video. I really just wanted to talk about the Shinobi and the Centurion and the videos that they showed during the live stream. I'm really sad that we didn't get to see live gameplay, but they promised us live gameplay on the special gameplay premiere event that they're doing on May the 15th, which is the day before actually Season 2 is released. During this live stream, they will have 16 players from the community and some Twitch streamers as well fight against each other in duels and in dominions, and then they will use the special characters. So Monday the 15th is the time that we get to see gameplay, like legit gameplay from the Centurion and the Shinobi, and some professional players are getting their hands on them, so who knows what kind of combos that we're gonna see from that. Also, a little bit of a side note that they mentioned is that they're also going to be talking about ranked and tournament mode during that live stream, so if you're interested in that, it's really important that you tune in then. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek at the basic and advanced training videos of the Shinobi and the Centurion, as well as the epic gear that they're showing off that they made, as well as the movesets that they showed for these new characters. I really hope you enjoyed. Now let me know what you think about these. Do you think that's going to be really, really interesting to see, or do you think that some of these moves are just absolutely ridiculous and should already be nerfed? Like I said at the start of the video, once I get my hands on the patch notes, I will do a different video just talking about the patch notes and everything that is being changed in Season 2. We have a Raider buff, as well as some changes to Elimination, to the Peacekeeper, to the Warden, to the Shigoki, and the Nobushi. There's just a whole bunch of changes that I wanted to cover in a different video. Once again, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like. If you're new here and you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit subscribe. And I'd love to see you all in my next adventure. Bye.